This is Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. You know, I'm just playing around, right? Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Excuse me. I tried to come up on my I tried to do my 4 o'clock scheduled show, but for some reason it would not allow me to do it on my, might have just been the iPad itself. It wouldn't allow me to do it. But anyway, I'm just coming on here to apologize. And today, the topic would have been more about 4 South, which I wanted to talk a little bit about, like the prison system, things like that. The the judicial judicial system. And most of all, y'all know I wanted to talk about this bull junk I'm going through, right? Now, I just want to say this, y'all. And somebody told me it wasn't meant for me to actually do it. That's probably why I couldn't come on. God didn't want me to come on it. And I just want to say this, because y'all know I always try to encourage us to step up to the plate and, fight for our civil rights, equal rights, constitutional rights, and all of that, right? So y'all know that's basically where Steve Copeland is at. And I noticed too, and we can be real, a lot of y'all are afraid to step up to the plate. Come on, let's keep it real. I hope y'all understand that where the old penitentiary used to be at, they get ready to rebuild a new prison over there, right? It's going to be $1 billion prison. So imagine the people that it's going to take. Well, let's say the men that it's going to take to fill that up. You don't care, do you? So when I come on to talk about certain things that I see that's happening around our city, that's going on with the process of eliminating us and getting us out the way, don't get mad at me because I tends to run off at my mouth. Now, keep this in mind. Y'all know that strengthen the community. The Latanya D. Copeland House of Hope program. I named that after my sister that passed away. What in the freak do I look like hurting people or harming people when the goal is actually to help people? When I yelled out over 31 years ago, God, please help me, I was guided to the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous because during that time I was drinking and drugging and all that. It was people that reached out to me and hugged me and said, we're going to love you until you learn how to love yourself. So I said to myself, if these people could, they don't even know me, but if they could love me, they going to love me better than I need to love. Then, they going to love me until I learn to love myself. Then I need to learn to love me. So that was my whole purpose of doing work on myself, to get to know Steve, to learn to love Steve even more, right? I didn't realize the life I was living, the harm that I was bringing to my own life and to other people's lives. So that's one of the reasons why I sit back and I do what I do. During that process, I've never spent time in prison for the life that I was living before now. You know, they would lock you up for little things, disorderly conduct, stuff like that. You only went to the precinct, then they let you go after a couple of hours, stuff like that, right? Then here comes central booking, stuff like that, right? But today, I just wanted to start conversation for us to talk. Um, a lot of y'all have family members that's out there showing their tails, acting like fools, running the streets. You know, when we was coming up, we had the older generation that disciplined us. You know, what called the village, right? I was going to say what was it called, the village? But anyway, they disciplined us, and then when your mother came home, she tore your butt up too. But the reason why I'm sharing that because we don't have that today. Or you might have one or two people in the community that's trying to keep control over the community. You know, keep things organized. In order for us to slow a lot of this down, it might not completely stop because that's just not life. But to slow a lot of what's going on down, we have to come together and work together to slow a lot of this down as a unit, as a collective. Now, I'm not a politician. Um, I don't have nothing against our politicians. We have some great politicians that's active in the community, and you know they get to know the people, which is a beautiful thing. Because reason why I'm saying that, because I always said that y'all have to. I'm talking about our politicians and our lawmakers, like the police officers. When I say law enforcement. When I say law enforcement, I'm talking about the police officers. When I say our elected officials, y'all know what I'm talking about then. But still, what I'm trying to get to is the goal is because they need to come in the community more so that the people can get to know who they are. You know, and it's about winning the faith and the trust back in the people. And this is stuff I've been saying for years. This is nothing new. Corey McCray is one guy that I see in the community. I watch him on LinkedIn, and he's involved in his, like, you might catch him over Morgan. You might catch him up copping, talking to the people. You might catch him in centers there, you know. But we need to understand too that a lot of our inner city people know where these programs are at, and it's a lot more that don't, or maybe a lot less that don't. And those are the ones that's really acting the way they're acting because they're not, or nobody is encouraging them and motivating them to go to the places that's out there. So that's where people like myself come in at. But I'm not going to make this real long because I got to go grab me something to eat. But I did want to come on and just talk a little bit because I wasn't able. I did talk on TikTok, but I wasn't able to come on to my Restream broadcast network. And I felt like I was being blocked. But I talked to this pastor, and she was telling me that it just probably wasn't meant for me to go on it. And I don't know how much I might be blocked on Facebook. For y'all who can't see when I come on or you don't get notifications, I don't know, but I still try to send stuff over to Facebook. I know I have another page where I go live on that too on Facebook. The only thing I'm trying to do is let y'all know the stuff that people like myself are doing around Baltimore City to help move us into a more healthier place in Baltimore City. So that's why I do what I do, y'all. That's why I talk about strengthening the community. The goal now, me and Marlo then teamed up where y'all know he works with the ex-offenders. He works with the returning citizens, and me and him teamed up. So, Van, thank you. You said I'm low. Wait a minute. I don't know why. It might just be somewhere in the ooh, I'm sorry, I got dust up my nose. I was down there vacuuming the basement floor. Can you hear me now? Cause I can't tell from my end. But anyway, I'm not gonna be too long because sometimes this thing tend to act a little crazy on me. But I've been sending out the link so that if you want to come up from time to time, you can come up. But yeah, earlier I couldn't get on, so I figured I'd come on just for a little bit for my regular Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Wednesday, I will be talking about the 12 step. I sound like my microphone. No, my microphone. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. I might have screwed up because it didn't come back up. Can you hear me now? Hello? You know what? I might didn't turn it up. And I don't know how to turn it up from here. Because normally, it blinks in and out. So my mic, can you hear me now? A little bit? Let me see something. Wait a minute, I'm trying to see why it might not be moving up and down. Cause normally, when your mic is on, you can see the green light flashing. Hello, hello. Oh, I can see the green light flashing a little bit. Yeah, I see it flashing a little bit. You know the little mic thing. But anyway, I wasn't gonna be that long. I was just coming on to apologize about earlier. But what I am going to do, Van, I am going to put back out the link so that, I can start having people come up on the live so that we can talk about, issues and life on life term issues. That's all. But, yeah, God is doing some great things, Miss Lady, and I know you know. But Marlo and I hooked up, right? Because y'all know he worked with the ex-offenders. I work with the women and the children, individual men as well. But now that we hooked up, it's about helping both men and women. So I've been posting that a lot. Because we do need volunteers. We do need people to come. All right. I might have to move up my mic. I might have to move it up some. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and end this because I don't want to be too long on this. But I am going to go back in and turn my mic up. That's probably what it is. Okay? Thank you, Van. And look, I love y'all. I just wanted to come on a little bit. And I am going to get off here because I got to go downstairs and get me something to eat. So I got to get off, and I love y'all. I just wanted to come on just to make sure this thing was working. Finally. All right.